Cheesy intros for the win.
Hey.
Anyways, welcome and go ahead. Are you gonna make fun of my cheesy intro?
No,
I'm
I
already
was just
feeling
like, hey.
offended. Oh.
Hey, no. I was literally about to just go hut, and I was about to go run a route.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
After
getting
I heard
mixed
the hut.
reviews about my cheesy intro, but it makes me happy. So I'm like, if it makes me happy, I'm playing it. So, anyways, welcome back everyone for my 32 fan series, 32 different NFL teams, where we're just talking all things football about each team. This is recorded in May. So if anything happens like rookie mini camp or in the off season, by the time this releases and we didn't cover it, it is because we didn't know it happened. So I'm calling that out now because sometimes things do happen, trades or somebody gets hurt or whatever. And people will be like, why didn't you talk about it's because this is recorded in very early May, like after the draft, early May. So just FYI. And then the other thing is, he's very aware of the questions. I don't know why people think I try to trick people when they come and talk to me. You're aware of what we're talking about. Like nothing I say is going to be a trick. I think it's because when I'm thinking of the questions, I'm always looking up because I'm trying to remember the questions and people assume that I'm making them up. So just FYI. Anyways, without further ado, we're here to talk about all things Texans. So I'll let you introduce yourself to those people that maybe didn't watch your episode before.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Tipville USA, aka Tiptastic. I'm an actor. I have my own clothing brand. I'm actually wearing one of them right now. This is my elevation brand, Weird Nature. I host events. I throw events. I cover events. I am now an award-winning actor now, so we can add that to the
Congratulations.
resume. And yeah, and I love the Houston Texans. That's pretty much it. I'm
What
Houston
made you
all
become
day.
a fan? Yeah, why Houston? How'd you become a fan?
Oh, 2002. Now, all right. So here's a little history for y'all for y'all that don't know. I'm from Houston, so I'm originally an Oilers fan. So since Tennessee took the franchise, over there, I
Mm-hmm.
was repping, Air McNair. But once we got our team back in 2022, you know, like I just dislike the Titans because now since I'm older, I know the backstory of how all this stuff went down. So I really got a distaste for the Titans. And then they just disrespectful for no reason. Like y'all ain't won nothing either.
Not either. Y'all ain't won.
So yeah.
We just beat two franchises that haven't won anything yet. I love that. So okay, well let's talk about your team's performance last year. So your team was in the playoffs. We were able to have a conversation before the playoffs, and the playoffs happened. I don't even want to get into Patrick Mahomes and some play calls that I feel like anyways, whatever. Y'all lost in the playoffs, and then how did you feel after that loss? Like how do you feel after the loss, A? And then what song do you think best represents your team season last year? Oh, did I lose you? I lost him. It's just me. It is just me. And I'm here to talk about the Texans. And when he comes back, I will obviously let him back on the stage and we will be good. But right now, it's just me. And I might edit this out. Nobody might ever see this because it is just me talking. And I don't know anything about the Texans. Really, I do know a lot about the Texans. Like, I know their offensive line was bad last year. I know the Kansas City Chiefs cheated them last year. Cheated is a strong word, but just go with me here. I know that they have a phenomenal defense. So I know that to be sure, for sure. I know, obviously, they have CJ Stroud. I know that they were decimated by injuries at the wide receiver position last year. So that's a thing. Defense spectacular. Offensive play calling, sometimes I question them. I don't really trust the Houston Texans to finish games. So there's that. What else do I know about the Texans? I'm sure there's lots of more things I know about the Texans. I just can't think of anything right now. I wonder if Tank Dell's going to play this year. Maybe when he comes back, he can let me know if Tank Dell's going to play this year. Because I don't know. Because that injury looked pretty bad and everybody was like crying and everything. You know what's actually crazy is to think back to the fact that DeAndre Hopkins, used to play for the Texans. And JJ Watt used to play for the Texans. And all of these things used to play for the Texans. I've carried the show and I've just been talking about the Texans randomly.
I'm glad you did, because I was like, bro, what the? It's a connection.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to edit it because it's kind of like what happens, right? Like real life happens. And I think it makes this real relatable. So I was just talking about what I know about the Texans. So I think I did pretty. I might save it so that when this episode goes live, you can hear what I had to say about the Texans.
Hopefully it was good things, though. Hopefully it was good.
Yeah,
things.
I mean, I don't think I said anything bad. Well, you might say some of the things I said, so we'll see. Anyways, what song do you think? What song represents your team last year?
So I'm going to say, because it's funny, perfect in your name, flawed, because we were flawed. And so I'm choosing A Change Is Gonna Come.
Yeah.
Hi, daughter. Hi. Daddy's in the interview. Say hi. Hi. So.
Hi.
I'm gonna pick A Change
Is
Gonna Come.
Episode. Okay. Do you feel that it's actually coming, or do you hope that it's going to come?
With the moves we made, it's here.
Okay.
It's here.
Cool.
So, with the moves we made, it's definitely here. I'm gonna let you ask your questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
and we'll talk about it. Okay. So then how do you feel like your team did, and how do you think they did in the offseason? How do you think free agency went? How are you feeling? I was concerned when I started seeing offensive linemen leave, but how did you feel? Do you think that you all got better? Was there any moves that you like? I love that you're on daddy duty at the same time. This is masterful. This is masterful. I love it.
Hey, people, they got to understand, man.
Hey, you listen, this is real life, right? Life isn't perfect.
Yeah,
life isn't perfect of cut-ups and edits to make it look good. Like, this is life. So how do you feel your offseason has gone so far? How was free agency for the Texans?
I like the moves. We got a Super Bowl champion, CJ Gardner-Johnson. We already had a strong, to me, our secondary was our strength. Like I said last year, when I was on here, All-Pro Stingley, before it was announced. To me, we have the best cornerback on the field. I understand, people might say PS2, respect to PS2, but I'm going Derek Stingley. We seen him. Y'all seen him.
Yeah.
Y'all seen what go down when a healthy Stingley is a beast. So, and then we had our rookie. Then we had Bullock, another rookie that both should have been like first team all rookie. I'm surprised they went in defensive player rookie and defensive player for the rookie. So with that, I'm like, okay. And then we add a vet in CJ. So now we got help over there, and then Jimmy Ward, because Jimmy Ward was in and out the lineup. And my thing is, a lot of people forget, Jalen Petrie got hurt in a good stretch for us. So we lost Jalen Petrie. So not only did we lose key players on offense, we lost, again, we seen Tank. Tank went down in the season.
Yeah.
Nico went down the season. Basically, we rented Stephon Diggs for half the season.
Yep.
So my thing is, I'm excited for our Texans, because my thing is, with the additions we lost, we added two. We lost Laramie Tunsil, we lost Shaq Mason, we lost Kenyon Green. Trash, great, and trash at the same time.
That's so funny. Oh, you're saying the things I said. I was like, first, you're saying the things that I said when you weren't here too. So that's kind of funny. I can't wait for you to see some of the. I can't wait for you to see some of the things that I said, and then hear you come back and say some of them back to me. But I agree with you, and I think at first with Laramie Tunsil, I was like, oh, and then I was like, you know what though? I think it's time. Like, let's rotate that, because that offensive line was bad.
I'll be talking about it again. Shout out to my sports and coffee family. Because they definitely asked us how I felt about the Tunsil trade, and I was saying, man, it was time. I'm like, bro, when Laramie's good, he's good.
Facts.
Like Laramie Tunsil is one of the best, or not the best, left tackle in football. But when he is trash, he is trash. It's like I just don't like. He literally cost us a game by his false starts alone,
Yeah.
and I'm looking like, are you serious, bro? Like, but hopefully, but then we changed our offensive coordinator.
Okay. How are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about that? Because I know before that was kind of one of your issues. Was like,
Yes,
what is
because
this guy
it's
doing?
situational play calling, and it reared its ugly head in the playoffs, like I called.
Like you said. Yep.
Um, so I do like our and then we changed offensive line coaches too.
Okay.
So I do like both of those moves. Of course, you know we still got DeMeco, and he gonna be calling the defense. So like that's a
Yeah.
given. So
Not
I
no
believe.
worries. Yeah.
Like I believe, and this is what I believe. I'm saying this again in May because we injuries happen, y'all. So,
Yep.
don't be trying to hold my foot to the fire too much.
I'll clip it up and
But
post it.
I believe, me personally, if we stay healthy, we can have a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense.
Okay. So let's hold that thought. Let's talk about the draft. How do you think the draft went? Did you like your picks? How do you feel? I think you guys got out of the first round
Yes.
or didn't have a first.
See,
Did you get out of the first round or you
no,
didn't
no,
have
no.
a
We
first
had
round
a
pick?
first round pick. We was picking at Jordan. If y'all don't know, that's 23.
Yeah.
So we was picking at 23,
Okay.
and who was Golden. I know we wanted
Matthew
Golden.
Golden.
Golden, yes.
Hook 'em, by the
So
way.
Matthew Golden got picked. He got
Yeah.
picked before us, and then it was an
By Green
offensive
Bay.
lineman. I'm trying to remember the offensive lineman because I was at rehearsal when all this stuff was going down too.
I think it was the guy from North Dakota State that I was telling
Uh,
people was going to go pretty high, and people were like, "No, he's not."
and because they end up picking him. So when we traded back, I was like, okay. I'm like, it makes sense because you don't want to too much reach there
Yeah.
because you don't want to do like I feel some teams did at quarterback,
Yeah.
you know, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
But I like what we did. We moved back, and then we got some more draft capital.
Okay.
Oh, I can't speak today, and I need to get my words out today.
It's okay. By
Capital,
the end of this,
and
you'll be
so
fluent. You'll be
I'm like,
perfect.
yeah. And then we got a receiver. So now we got 2 big body receivers from Iowa State. And we got a duo. So my thing
Yeah.
is they are going to fit in. And my thing is to when we lost Stephon Diggs, Tank probably not coming back next year. So we go back and we still get a vertical threat. Because who is it? Let me look at my notes. Because brother got to take notes. I don't need nobody
That's
come and
right.
say, well, he don't know. No. I got notes.
So, is it official? Tank Dell's out this season?
Most likely, by
Okay.
the time he come in, like I wouldn't rush him because my thing is, I feel he rushed last year. As a person that
Fair.
had 2 knee surgeries, it's a lot more mental and then physical, but the physical matters just as much. Because I was
Yeah.
looking at his knee and his leg, right, and it looks how I was looking at it, one looked bigger than the other. The reason I know
Yeah.
that is because one of my legs was bigger than the other.
Yeah.
And now it's like the more you work out, the more you strengthen it. Because I didn't tear my whole knee. I tore the most important part of your knee, and that's your patella, and I did that twice.
Got it.
So my thing is, Tank, man, take your time. Don't rush
Yeah.
back. We're going to be good. Cause shoot, if you can somehow, man, my thing is what this tells me too is that when we got rid of or not got rid of, we just let him walk. Is that Stephon Diggs? We was like, well, he got injured. It was a good risk, but it just didn't work out. We let him
This
go.
didn't work.
But the
Yeah.
one thing I do like, we got Christian Kirk. Now, is Christian Kirk a number one? No. But do I believe he's a real good number two? Yes. Then I believe this shows too that we believe either in John Mechie or we gonna get one of these steals in the draft. Now we got
Okay.
we did get the receiver over here, Jaden Hicks, right here. Jaden Hicks at 34. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'4", 15 pounds, run a 4.47.
And
Solid.
that's the big
Love that.
Iowa State guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then we end up
So
picking his
would
running
you
mate, Jalen Noel.
do you think so I guess what I'm hearing you say is that defense is fine. Like we'll get a couple of things and we'll kind of, shore it up and make sure that
Yeah.
it's fine. But really, this is about getting that offense together, updated, giving Stroud not only weapons, but also an offensive line that can actually protect him, which would be fantastic.
The only thing I did not like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been over him. Is Titus Howard. My thing is, I feel we need, because he stay hurt. Like, can you tell me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, when has he played a full season?
I don't know if he has. Has he? I don't know if he has. That's
You can't tell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my
not
thing.
Great.
Is that you have not played a full season, sir. So how can I really trust you? And you move into the left side. Now you're the left tackle because you was over there right tackle. Now you're over the left. And so my thing is, with a new offensive line coach, hopefully us getting rid of those many players was hopefully he eat better, because I believe
Yeah.
it's an eating habit. That's the reason why you probably, or you
He
overworking.
likes discipline.
Like my thing is, like, with injuries, man, you got to be careful, and then especially if you keep getting injured, you got to start learning your body more.
Yeah, that's
If you
true.
need to
That's a
be
good
out
point.
longer, be out longer. I understand it's a
That's a good
business,
point.
but you can't, like, the best availability is availability. Like, the best ability
yeah.
is availability. And my
Why
thing
is
is,
that
if you want
so
to make
hard
a
to say, by the
contract,
way?
you got to be healthy. My thing is, offensive lineman hard because, come on, man, you got to block Chris Jones. You got to block some dogs.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be an offensive lineman. I think cornerback and definitely offensive lineman, they might be like, man, offensive and like quarterback, of course, because you got to be able to process everything on the offense on the field, and then you got to literally have vision.
Right.
Cornerback, you on the island.
By yourself.
And the receiver literally got to run and start at you, depending on if you're playing man or you are in your zone and all that. But it's really like DB. And then I have to go offensive lineman, because somebody can, again, roll on your ankle. Some of this ain't, again, Titus Howard fault. Somebody can roll up on your ankle and stuff like that and do that, and you can get hurt. So I'm going to give you grace on that.
So if we're off the rails. We're just off the rails. It's fine. If I asked you what you think the 3 hardest positions is, would that be your order? Would it be quarterback, corner, then offensive line?
Yes.
Okay. I think I would go quarterback, offensive line, corner. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I've just never thought about it. So that's interesting. Sorry, random.
Oh no, it's all good.
Yeah. Who was your favorite pick of the draft? Was it the receiver, or was there anybody that you feel like you all kind of stole, like, later as the draft went, that you were like, you know what, I kind of like that was a sneaky good pick?
I gotta wait and see.
Okay.
Like, I literally gotta wait and see, and I really want to say it's the receiver.
Got it.
It's at the receiver, but my thing is, I pray it's the offensive line. Because
Fair.
my thing is, say CJ had, let's just say they had Jared Goff's offensive line. I feel we win the AFC easily.
Yeah.
with that complementary defense, because we was number one of taking the ball away from you.
Yeah, the defense was never the issue, ever.
Yeah, so
Even the games that you all blew, it was never because of defense.
it was mostly offensive because we
It
couldn't get
was
our offensive
offense.
going. Yeah,
Couldn't complete a third
so
down to save their lives.
that's what I feel with that. So
Okay, that's fair.
hopefully it's the offensive line, because if CJ got time, I'm telling you, he can be in the MVP race.
Yeah, I like CJ. I mean, there's things that he does that frustrate me, but he's also this is now year 3. So year
Yep.
2, I expected him to kind of be where he was year 2. So now I'm very fascinated. I feel like year 1 is year 1. Nobody knows what you're going to get. Year 2 is kind of where you start to level out. And then I feel like year 3 and 4 is kind of, we get to see who you are. Because now
Yeah.
you have that experience. So I'm excited for that. So what are your realistic expectations for the season? I think you're not rebuilding. I think you think y'all are contenders. I think you think like
All
it's
right.
time, guys.
So this is year 3. This is year 3.
Yeah.
This is year 3 with CJ. My goal, AFC Championship.
Okay.
You have to get there. Like, my thing, you have to get there.
Okay.
My thing is, I want to win it though. If we get there, you got to win it, because like the window. Hey man, hopefully this is a down year for Patrick Mahomes and the crew. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, the Ravens had a banging draft.
Yeah. So by this, I've already talked to my Ravens person, and he wasn't happy because he was like, our defense is legit. And all we did was continue to get more legit defensive players. Where are my offensive guys? Like, who's going to help Lamar? Where am I? Like, anyways, like that, this isn't about the Ravens, but I'm just saying, like, so one of the things I've learned through doing this is that the way I think teams did good in the draft, then I talk to the fans, and the fans are like, no, because we actually needed that. We didn't suck at defense. Why did we go get a bunch of defense players? Our offense, like, we needed weapons. Like, where are our weapons? So it's very interesting to see how people are seeing, how their team did. And that's why I like fans' perspectives, because they're better than I think most national media, because you know what's going on in your team. And I like it. So, okay. Well, if you guys make it to the AFC Championship game and you're not playing Lamar, or obviously my Steelers, I'm definitely cheering for you guys. So there's that. So who do you think is the most underrated player or underappreciated player or position for the Texans?
The most underrated player in the position for the Texans,
or position group. You might pick. Some people are picking like a player.
I'll say our linebackers.
Okay, that's fair.
I like our linebackers. We got Chris Harris late last year, because he was injured. Yeah. But I like Henry Toto. I liked him ever since his rookie year, and I seen flashes. So, okay. But then I love, even though they was wrong for suspending him, Alshire. Like, you need those dogs. Like, some people might not like them, like, but you need dogs. You need dogs on your team. You need that person that play to the whistle. Because I don't want to say like a gray area, because it wasn't a dirty hit on Trevor Lawrence. I believe he just slid late.
I don't think it was dirty either. It did look bad, but I don't think it was dirty. It looked bad, but yeah. So
that's my thing. I need players that's going to play to the whistle. I need players.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Is Will Anderson, like, you're in Houston? Who's on billboards? Obviously, CJ Stroud's going to be on billboards. Who else does the city say is their guy? Like, who's the other guy? Is it Will Anderson?
I believe it's Nico. Okay,
Nico. Oh, okay.
Like, because all right, so going downtown, literally going downtown. If you in Houston, you can literally see the Toyota Center, and then you're gonna see a billboard. And I think it's an Xfinity billboard. They got CJ, Nico, Will Anderson, and Stingley, I believe.
Okay, cool. I just always wondered, like, who, on the Jumbotron, and who are the guys that they're kind of saying these are the guys.
Sure, this gonna be like next year, man. I know I went to 2 Texan games last year, and one was the Beyonce Bowl, and they had Will Anderson, they had, of course, Stingley, Nico, and
Okay.
then Tank, and then Collins. And because those are gonna be your jersey sellers. And
Yeah.
then Daniil Hunter.
Okay.
So
Okay. I like it. So, what is a hot take you have about the Texans that other fans might not have?
a hot take. Hmm.
There's got to be something that you usually say where fans are like, "Oh, here he goes with this."
Nah, because I really be because they most people don't like that I be realistic about my squad. Like most fans, they like last year I said we can go like 11-5 and freaking 10-7. I said we can repeat the same record we had, and we did. So I just
Yeah.
be realistic. My thing is the Texans can't play down to their competition. They
They
can't
do
play
that
with their troops.
they do that often.
So my thing is, and then when we go against the big dogs, we need to show that we belong. Like the only team we didn't show that we belong is the damn Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
The two Chiefs games, I ain't gonna lie, we were bad calls away from beating them.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially because those calls came on third downs.
every time key situations,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, come on, bro, like.
Yeah. I always feel bad
So,
for the first team that plays the Chiefs in the playoffs. Because
yeah,
I don't
and
think they're
then,
going to let the Chiefs lose that first game in the playoffs.
and minimize the penalties too.
Okay.
Like minimize like situational penalties. Like my thing is now since Lambert Tunsil gone, we shouldn't be like in a third and short and get a false start. Like
Okay. So if you were GM for one day, what move would you make? What would be the first move that you would make?
I'm gonna call Tom Brady, like, you wanna come on retirement?
Would you?
Like I love CJ, but the GOAT is the GOAT. Like
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
but
I love that.
but no, seriously
I
though.
was like, really?
No. But seriously though, I will go back. I would want Dallas offensive line. But then Dak had his rookie year. Dak and Zeke had his rookie year. Give me Tyron Smith. Give me Zach Martin up on the line.
Well, you need the 2025 version of them. So basically, what you're saying is you would build an offensive line. That would be what you would do.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my thing is offensively, Nico's to me he top 5. Somebody might not agree. That might be a hot take. That might be yeah. Because before people was on a whole D-hop train. I was on that train way before it was on the rails.
Okay.
I was telling people about D-Hop. And I was telling people about Nico. I got the tweet to show people that I was literally telling people about Nico Collins. And people was laughing, thinking he was trash. I was like, they're like, Nico. I'm like, watch.
I like it. Yeah, I like Nico. I need him to stay healthy. I like him, though. I like him. So we're going to do our overtime. So we have 4 more questions, and then you can get back to your little girl. What is the division rival that you love to hate the most, and why?
Titans. Give us our colors back.
Okay.
Give us our jerseys back.
If you
give
could
us our
change one
history
thing,
back.
if you could change one thing about the franchise, anything, ownership, stadiums, uniforms, anything, what would it be and why?
Ownership. And ownership, the reason I'm saying that is because let me be the owner. Let me be the owner. I'll be the owner and the GM. I'm telling you, we had a Super Bowl already.
I like it. If you could swap one person or one player from your team with one rival, or if you want to use anybody in the NFL, you can do that. Who would it be and why?
I was thinking about that question when I seen it, and it was like, man, I really love my team.
Okay.
But is either John Simons from Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Or even though he freaking got hurt, and I don't think he ever gonna be the same. Shaq Leonard.
Would you do can you think, what if you did outside of your division, who would you pick?
Outside of my division? Oh, yeah. That's easy. Kyle Hamilton.
This is when I created this question, The things I'm getting, I'm like, yeah, I mean, but again, that speaks to like the way people view their teams. Like I'm getting a lot of things that I'm like, that's a really good answer.
Like my thing is, I love defense. I was a defensive player. So I'm like, Cal Hamilton is literally the best safety for basically we got a Kyle Hamilton and Jalen Petrie. So
Okay.
where we can roam and stuff like that. Like I would have I strengthen our strength even more. Like
Okay.
I want 2000 Baltimore Ravens. I want the 85 Bears type defense. I want the Legion of Boom, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Fair. How rude that you didn't say the Steelers. I mean, come on.
If my thing is I would have picked Ed Reed over Troy. That's just me.
I don't mind that as an individual thing. I don't mind it, but I think when I look at our defense as a whole, it's like one of those things of like you can take whoever.
You know what? I got you. Since you want to bring up the Steelers, because y'all stole this pick from us, because I was hoping he'd fall to us. Who did we steal now? It's TJ.
Oh, TJ.
Yeah. So you know what? Hey, give me TJ. give me that pick back.
That's awesome. I've gotten some interesting answers, so I'm curious to see how this is going to play out because I started asking this and I thought it would be easy, but then what I'm realizing is people are actually looking for need and they're going to get the best guy available that they think is available. And so far, this is early May, a lot of people have been picking and prodding from the Cincinnati Bengals, which is actually really shocking.
Oh, they talking about getting Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow?
No, they want the defensive. Yeah. Everybody's like, give me.
All right, so I ain't even gonna lie. If I'm gonna go like defense like that, all right, these are the players. And this is no particular order. I say Kyle Hamilton first. Aiden Hutchinson. Like what?
Okay, fair.
I might as well get the best out.
Okay.
I was gonna say Nick Bosa, but you don't show up in the Super Bowl, so I ain't.
No.
I definitely take the Lions' offensive line.
this whole offensive line. Just all of y'all come on over.
My thing is, I'm good with Joe Mixon because when I was saying Joe Mixon was like that, some people was like, "What Joe Mixon?" I'm like, bro, he can do it all. Like,
I would steal Josh Allen from the Bills and put him on the Steelers.
Oh well, yeah, you need a quarterback.
I think he's perfect for like the AFC North. You know what I mean? Like he's big, he's strong, has a big arm. I think he's perfect for everything we do. I mean, the guy can chunk the ball in the snow. Give me some of that. So.
And then I do got a question. Why y'all didn't draft Shedeur?
I don't think I think they need a bigger arm. I think they need a bigger body. I also think that there were some other issues that I'm starting to learn about that I didn't know about. So I think I think when people go through the draft, it's like a pie, right? And there's certain slices of the pie and you have to kind of check off all the pieces. And it's like, not only do you have to play well, you have to interview well, you have to show up, you have to have the right attitude. And no matter what anybody likes to say, the NFL is a business and they like a certain type of guy. And if you're not going to be that certain type of guy before you enter, you're going to have problems entering. It is like the guy outside of the club that is great. He has all the money in the world, but he's wearing a tee. And they're like, we don't let guys like that in here. You gotta come better than that. And I like wear a white tee. I love that. But the club is saying no. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go change. I think that's what Shedeur is dealing with right now. I think I think there's part personality. I think there's part he didn't play hard enough competition so that they can use that as an excuse. I think that he does hold onto the ball too long. I think there's certain things you can say, and they used every excuse possible to not draft him. So, and I know some people are like, he was blackballed, it's race. I'm like, I don't think it's that. I think when you give, it's like you and I, right? We can be cool, but if you start to see certain tendencies in me that you don't appreciate, you have enough to say, hey, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we accept that in life, but why don't we accept that in the NFL? So that's how I feel about the whole Shedeur thing. And I hope he goes to Cleveland and kills it, by the way.
I do too. So, I'm gonna get
with all his swag, all of everything. I hope he goes to Cleveland. I hope he never beats my Steelers, but I hope he goes to Cleveland and I hope he kills it because prove everybody wrong. I love that. I don't like that he's in my division, but I love that fact. I mean, I hope the Steelers. I hope he does nothing against the Steelers. It's my Lamar Jackson thing. I want Lamar Jackson to play well, but I never want him to beat my team. So that's where I'm at with Shador. So anyways, final question: three words to describe the Houston Texans. Now, I want to preface this by saying a lot of people are using a 3-word short sentence, and some people are using 3 individual words. You can do whatever you want. This is what you think.
Okay. So,
I think it's to describe the fan base. To describe the fan base, yeah.
Oh, to describe the fan base?
The fan base, yeah. That makes it easier.
Hold on. I'm about to say I don't even mess with our fan base like that. I like to say to myself.
Yeah, but like when you go to games or like when you hear people talk about the Texans or like
I would say passionate.
Fair.
They're very passionate. Some are wishy-washy.
Mm.
You know, you get those fans.
Yeah.
Let me go on some more positive things about them.
Passion is positive.
Passionate is positive. I was gonna give like something like good and then something that I'll be looking at me like because yeah. And I would say loyal. Because the stuff we have seen and been through, because I'm still a Texan fan at the moves we made. So I would say loyal.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. Anything else you want to say? Obviously, you know how this goes. I will put all of your information in the description below. So it will be there for people to click on. But is there anything else you wanted me to ask you or anything else you came in wanting to say that you wanted to make sure that you said? And by the way, as you're thinking, I pretty much nailed a lot of the things that you were going to say. So when this comes out, you'll at least have to make sure you catch the first of it when I'm just rambling about the Texans.
I got you. I would like to say, man, appreciate everybody for supporting this young lady here. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my sports and coffee family.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? D, Tink Tink, Monty, Cuzzo, Ready Red that called the Lakers losing in 5 to Minnesota. My good sis Ash, Simba, Bra. I'm trying to get all our regulars that be in there on the daily that be always, you know, showing love and making basically we got the best show on playback. Just FYI, if y'all didn't know, Monday through Friday, and we got the living room at night if y'all want to watch the game and catch some of that too. Mish, Big Mish, the real Big Mish, J Mick and the crew. So yeah, definitely shout out to my sports and coffee fan and you know, Gridiron Bullies.
Cool. Before we leave, I want to thank you because you have, like, first of all, you've been amazing. Just like talking with you, collaborating with you and things like that have been amazing. But you also are helping me like on the back end of just like, hey, I know this person. What about this? What about like, I just appreciate when people are willing to kind of like open up their worlds for somebody else. And so I respect that. I appreciate you for that. I wanted to thank you publicly because I know not a lot of people know conversations and things that happen like behind the scenes and how all of this really works. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to personally out loud in front of everybody on record, you know, so at any moment, if you need to hear it again, you can go hit rewind and listen. But I appreciate you being considerate and all the things, respectful, lovely. Like, I just want to give you those flowers because I think we don't do it enough. And I appreciate you for that. So thank you for doing that because a couple of people that I'm talking to were sent over by you. So just so you know.
Yeah, my boy Marshawn even told me, he like, man, I appreciate you, Tip. I was like, bro, I say anytime I can help my people with the people I know and the people I run into is like me, genuine people. So I just try to connect genuine people with genuine people. I do be trying to keep it on the down low because for people don't know, bro, I'm very low key. Like I'm when I say very low key, I haven't even told people the like big news that I got going on in my life like that yet. I'm like, just keep soaking it all in. But I stay low key on the cool.
No, and more people like you should exist in the world, because you're you just keep it real, and you're honest, and you're always like, I'm like, hey, what about this? What about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciate that. And people that show up and that are consistent and that like show you love the same way you show them love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciate that, and I respect it. So I just wanted to thank you publicly and tell you thank you. And obviously I'll do it on the back end too, but I needed to say it publicly as well. So
I appreciate you.
So I'm doing that. Yeah, I appreciate you too. And I'm sure we'll talk and collaborate some way, shape, or form again.
Yeah, before the season, we can do like a preseason, be like what I predict.
Ooh. Yeah, like a rapid fire, maybe.
Yeah, real quick, like.
You just like giving me work. See, I just gave you all that praise. I'm taking it all back. Okay, I'm busy. No, I'm just messing with you. You're like, you should do this and do this. So I'm just messing with you. We'll see. I'll come up with something, because that does kind of sound like a good idea. But I'm sure I'll speak to you soon.
Oh no, for sure.
All right.
I said we locked in.
There it is.